It's the Brian and Kindra Show with Brian Cook and Kindra Cox of Keller Williams Realty Elite.
I am Kindra Cox.
I'm Brian Cook.
Between the two of us, we have over 30 years of experience.
Sharing real estate tips and advice. Right here on Classic Hits 1073.
Hey, it's the Brian and Kindra Show. I'm Brian Cook.
I'm Kindra Cox. We are with Keller Williams Realty Elite.
Here in Woodward, America.
Yes. So we're realtors, and we do the show for fun. You humor me with this, is what this is. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, so first and foremost, we love to sell houses, but we wanted to share some information that we have about the real estate business and market. And so here we are. All right. Last week. Okay, first, can we just talk about how this is not like me? I have gotten like so people-y lately that that now I think it's a term even.
People-y?
People-y.
Let's look that up.
I know, it's awesome. So last weekend, Mike and Caitlin with On Point Land Services asked me to go with them to their home show over in Enid. And I did. And it was way fun. You know, it's easier to be people-y with people you don't know.
You can be, well, part of the reason is they're not going to see you again.
Yeah, I know. Like, but it was really fun too. Like, they'd ask me questions, and I'd go, "Oh, blank look. I have no idea about surveys. I'm just here to make y'all stop at the table." It worked.
You did.
Yes.
That's what I
So
heard.
this is what I say. I say, "Hey, you want to spin the spinny wheel?" That's what I say, and they stop. It's crazy. It's amazing.
Or do you want a survey? I heard that one worked.
I did. Yeah. This guy, like, he was just kind of staring, and I was like, "Okay, you need a survey?" And he goes, "Well, yeah, actually."
Speaking of surveys, we have a transaction that we kind of started but haven't finished. That luckily we ordered a survey.
Seriously, this is the craziest thing
So
ever.
like part of the, it's like
Half, and the important half.
yeah. So like the dirt is on the survey, the building is not. That's going to be messy. Now we're sure there's an error made in the last transaction or transaction before, and so it'll probably get cleared up through title insurance, which maybe we need Todd to come in and talk about how that would work. But luckily it got caught, and they're working on cleaning it up. But man, how valuable is a $600 survey on a $200,000
Man,
piece
pretty
property?
stinking valuable. But no,
Yeah,
so
so-
what's funny is, who found that out? Did you notice it, or did the buyers notice it? That it
The
looked
buyers,
funny?
they kept asking
Buyers
me.
noticed
They
it.
made a comment about the apps. We got all these apps on our phones, Land Hunt and on Lane Glide and all these, and the lines just weren't right. And I said, there's got to be an error. We'll call the courthouse and find out. And so we called up. We couldn't find the answer. I said,
Talk to
the
the
answer.
seller's agent.
Yeah.
The seller's agent is working on it.
Yeah, we just said, hey, let's just order a survey just to verify what's actually there. And sure enough, bam, not there. So there is true value in these surveys to protect what is yours. So I've got one now. So I own a piece of property east of town. The neighbor called and said, hey, let's get together and put in a whole new fence. And I had it surveyed so I know where my property lines are. And obviously I'm going to lose about 8 feet. And so I'm not really interested in moving the fence. So according to Oklahoma state law, I don't have to move the fence to this boundary line is how the Oklahoma landlord, the land, how that's written. So so you can't just take somebody's land. You can't move your fence without permission from both sides. So I'm not sure what we're going to do there yet. So I'm going to try to be a good neighbor to a degree, but on one point, 8 foot's a lot on a commercial piece of property.
I guess that's probably true.
So we'll work it out. So, but we know where the actual property line is.
All right, so that was fun hanging out with On Point Land Survey. And then I heard you today talking to Connie at Bank 7, another one of our amazing sponsors.
Yep, we sent her. She had a couple of customers come in, and she's got a couple of people just quite aren't qualified. They're
Here's what I overheard. I overheard you talking back and forth to her, and the conversation sounded to me, and this is my favorite part about local lenders, especially Bank 7, is what is best for the customer. Like, she was so concerned. Now, do they understand this? Does the buyer understand this? Does the buyer understand this? And I love that, because they do. And it was a conversation that we had very direct with our buyers. I want to make sure you understand this detail. And they said, we do. We understand, and we recognize the risk of this. And it was really cool to hear a lender also back that. Because this is a people-y business, and we want to take care of the people. And so I think that was super exciting.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, she always does a great job. So
Amanda Bronner at Woodward County Abstract, another sponsor, she just said that I need to come and see them. So I'm going to need to get out of the office.
Okay.
Okay.
Like tomorrow? They have donuts or
Like
something?
all day? Are there going to be donuts, Amanda? Okay. Can't do
Bacon?
donuts. Can't do bacon. I've been on a sausage kick. I've got some blue and gold sausage in the fridge right now.
Ooh, I got my
And we have
smoker
farm
hooked
fresh
up.
eggs from one of our sellers in the refrigerator at the office.
gosh.
I really need to take those
I
home.
can't believe they're not still there. I might have to go back by the office.
I
Anyway.
can't remember. At 5 o'clock, I forget to think about
Just
breakfast.
Racing out, yeah.
I just said 5 like I leave at 5. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Okay, let's talk about market statistics. It's been an interesting week,
It
I
has
think.
been. Oh yeah, look at this. So we have.
That print is too little.
Let me hold it. Is this better? Okay. So last week there were 70 listings in Woodward. Now there's 67. There was 5 new listings put on this week, residential. There's still 21 pending. That's about the same. Number of pending in Northwest Oklahoma was 35. Here's what's crazy. We had 12 residential closings last week.
Man, that is a lot of happy homeowners.
So, I mean, we consistently are running 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 all the way down through there, and then this week we had 12. So we unloaded a bunch of houses, full moon or something. So, that was Northwest Oklahoma. 10 of those were in Woodward. So, generally, like last week, there was 3 closings. The week before 5. The week before that 2. This week 10. Bam. So. A bunch of people moved this week. I bet there was no moving boxes or tape anywhere in town. So
Next week, everybody's going to be posting on Facebook. Anybody need any moving boxes?
that's right. So we have 4.25 months of inventory. I've been in communication with some Oklahoma City brokers and some Wichita brokers, and some people buying a house in Houston, in Dallas, and their markets are insane. We're not there yet, but we did have a house this week that we put on the market.
Multiple offer situation.
Multiple offers, and so things are. If you have a super nice, ready, willing house that's top notch.
Ready, willing house. Is your house willing to be sold?
Yes.
Can I just make a comment about the multiple offers? I think something, I don't know, 3 weeks ago maybe, Judy Brearley was on. And go ahead and say it.
Judy Brearley.
It's so much fun to say. Okay, so Judy was on. And she was telling us that one of the things that she was recognizing in the crazy Oklahoma City market with all the multiple offers is that it's not just about the bottom dollar. I've never actually witnessed that. I've always witnessed it be the bottom dollar. And finally yesterday, I knew it wasn't the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that there would be a time and a circumstance where it wasn't just the bottom dollar. Yesterday, when we were sitting down with those sellers, we had 2 really good, solid offers. It ended up just being 2 that rose to the top, cream of the crop, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 2 of them, they were really good. But one of them was a little bit less money, but appeared to be an easier transaction. And they struggled. They were like, do I want this much more money in my pocket, or do I want an easy, quick close? And man, they went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah.
They ended up choosing a little bit more money in their pocket.
Because local lender,
Mm-hmm.
agent
That was
that
the
knows
big
what he's
deal.
doing.
Right.
And then, like, I mean, everybody knows the buyer. I mean,
Right.
he's a local kid. And so, like, it's all, there was a lot of positives there. So that helps us reassure that this was a positive transaction. So, yeah.
It was a good deal, but I just wanted to point that out because we were talking about it later. I was like, man, I would have hated to have to call this agent if they'd have chose this other offer. Because it's hard to explain all of that up front if somebody else can't read the contracts, which they can't, they're confidential. And so I was like, man, I was kind of starting to sweat it a little bit. It's easy to say they accepted a higher offer. It's hard to say
They selected an easier offer.
yeah. So anyway, but I think it's important, and I think
Yep.
I can see that from a seller perspective. Absolutely. So,
Yep.
all right. So we are going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and talk about DIY.
Home improvement ideas.
Yeah. Here we go.
Comfort Zone is a multi-generational company serving Northwest Oklahoma in commercial and residential needs. Plumbing, air conditioning, heaters, refrigeration, sewer and drain cleaning, backhoe trenching, and crane service. And they are your geothermal specialists. Contact them at 580-254-5864 or stop by 116 East Main Street.
It's the 5 hours you spend in the kitchen mastering your famous recipe or spending quality time with your family. Other insurance companies may just see it as a house. It's not just a house, it's your home. Hi, I'm State Farm Agent Kevin Kanzler, and I see your home as the time and memories you put into them. I understand what your things really mean to you, and I'm here to help give them the protection they deserve. My office is located on the corner of 13th and Oklahoma and Woodward, or call me at 580-256-2216 for your home insurance today.
On Point Land Survey can take care of all your residential, commercial, and industrial survey needs. This family-owned and operated business proudly serves Northwest Oklahoma and Southwest Kansas. These lifelong Northwest Oklahoma residents with over 19 years of experience are ready to serve you with the latest equipment and capable trucks to get your job done. Call On Point Land Survey today at 580-256-6757 or at 1918 Main Street in Woodward, Oklahoma, or visit their website at onpointlandsurveyok.com. Professional, trusted, local.
This is Todd McHugh,
Jackie Jones,
and Flor Castro
with Woodward County Abstract. Thank you to all of Northwest Oklahoma for letting Woodward County Abstract handle all of your real estate closing and title needs.
We provide real estate closings and title insurance for all of Northwest Oklahoma.
Pasen a verme para todas sus dudas y preguntas sobre bienes raíces. Con gusto les explico el proceso y estoy disponible a cada paso de la transacción para asistir con lo que usted necesite para cerrar su contrato.
We appreciate your business.
Hi, I'm Connie Rowland in the mortgage department at Bank 7. Bank 7 is a full-service bank with over 40 years of combined experience. Melinda Russo and I are a dynamic duo team committed to making your loan process smooth. With a variety of loan products, we would love to sit down with you and discuss your loan options in person, or we offer online and over-the-phone application processing. The Woodward branch is located at 34th in Oklahoma. Find us online at mortgage.bank7.com, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Bank 7 is an equal housing lender in MLS 677297. Phone 580-254-0100, where our best investment is you.
We are back.
Okay, so DIY.
DIY. Sometimes DIY is scary.
It is a little bit scary. So, and Branson and I were talking about that before the show started. Branson, you've done a lot of work on your own home. Branson is shaking his head, yes.
Yeah.
And he's done, I think that you've done a good job. I mean, I think that you've put forth really good effort and you worked on some things so that you knew what you were doing. DIY is scary because sometimes we get involved in a project and then we're like, I don't really know what I'm doing.
Thank goodness for you two.
And then it shows, and then when we try to sell the house, then the buyers are like, oh, this is not very good work. And so we want to talk a little bit about some of those things. So the house that I live in, my cute little tiny house, I hate the texturing on my walls. Like, I flipping hate it. I hated it the first time. Brian's like, because Brian, of course, was my realtor. Funny story. Okay, so Brian is my realtor. So, I mean, you can't even remember what the texture looked like. All you can think is purple carpet. Am I right?
Oh, man.
You know what's funny is I was like, no, I can make purple carpet work. Not really. I don't know what I was thinking. But, I mean, it looked like it was in really great condition. That's what I kept saying. No, I can deal with it. It's in good condition. Thank God I did not deal with it. Yeah, I did. You did talk me out of that. But that texture is horrible. Like, it's like really thick. Larry Leckrone right now would be like, yeah, that thick texture is terrible.
I'm sanding that off.
Yeah, it cracks me up.
Send him a picture. He might come over.
It would make him crazy. Okay, so there's also like 3 different kinds of texture. So like the texture in the living room, the kitchen, and the hallway is different than what's in the bedrooms. I think my bedroom has a couple of different textures, and then the bathrooms are different too. And I had it last week, a couple weeks ago. I had it. What'd I tell you? It's like Wednesday. I was like, this weekend I am texturing my bathroom. And I did. And
so now you have 5 different kinds.
Now I have 5 different kinds. I'll tell you which one you're gonna like the best. That one in the bathroom. It looks good, like, because so I practiced on my old house. Sorry, y'all. I did learn some things. So smaller spaces are a lot harder to texture. I was having a horrible time. I went and bought my own stuff because I left my other stuff at my other house whenever, things happen. So I had to go buy my little tools, and yeah, I noticed that I was really struggling because of the small space. But I love that type of texturing, and I cannot ever remember what that's called.
Just like hand trowel?
Yeah, and like you just slap it on and wipe it off, and I don't know what I'm saying, but I know how to do it, and I love it. I love it. Now I'm like, how hard would it be to do the rest of the house? Hard. I know how hard it would be. It would be exhausting.
It would be exhausting, but it would be, fun and.
So I'm gonna have this amazing bathroom
You like
in my little
working out?
tiny
You don't
house.
have to go to the gym. See,
Yeah.
got your arms. Just arm day.
Okay, you're funny. So anyway, so texture. I think that's kind of an easy thing to do.
Yep.
Would you disagree?
No, I
But
think.
it can be done wrong. Just
Yes.
look at my living room.
I mean, yes. So like we had a bedroom and a bathroom retextured, and we had to patch some walls in my new house. And texture's like an art. Like I can't match it. I tried. I just sanded it back off.
I've read it's impossible to match texture. So, and that's one of the things, this video that I watched, this is hilarious. So I did the last texture job, like, I don't know, 3 years ago. And I found the same, like, I just accidentally ran across the same video to help refresh my memory. And that's my favorite thing she says is, this is really not a two-person job. Do not be on this wall and have another guy doing the other wall. It will not look the same. I don't care if it's the same technique. And she's absolutely, did you hear that? So I'm watching some lady on YouTube tell me how to do it, and I'm like, girl, you got power? She uses power tools, too. Don't let me have those yet. Anyway, like... Why did you make that face?
No reason.
Okay, so, for reals, one-person job. Everybody does it different. It looks different, even if you use the same technique. Okay, so, another problem with the DIY is a lot of times we begin a project, Branson, and don't finish them.
Yep.
Yes.
You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
No, my wife does though. She does all the projects I didn't finish. I just get used to
You
it.
have no idea.
I'm just like, oh, it's close enough. Are you ever going to finish that?
We lived in a house for a few years that we were in the process of remodeling, and it really didn't bother me a whole lot until I moved out and moved into something nice and complete and freshly painted and not purple carpet. And immediately I was like, dang, this is nice. It's half the house, but man.
Yeah. I'm ready to be done with projects. I feel like that's all we've done for the last 3 months is projects.
But
Like
then
when
I
you're
said that
outside.
too, and then I was like, oh, I need another one.
Well, but it's a small tackleable. Like I see the end of the tunnel as well. So that's part of the deal is these projects you take on can be overwhelming because one project leads to another. So like popcorn
Isn't that the
ceilings are
truth?
definitely out. So definitely if you're out, scrape your popcorn ceilings.
Right.
And retexturing a ceiling is a big deal. But then that leads to
It's just hard to know where to stop.
yes.
It's just so hard
And
to
you
know
can't
where
just
to
texture
stop.
one wall. I mean, you can in your house because it doesn't match anyway. But most people, you can't use that.
I can match my wall.
Okay.
You can't match my wall.
Got it. So
Did I say that wrong a while ago?
No, you did it
Why are
right.
you laughing?
I just
Okay,
because you
for
have like
reals.
9 different textures in your house.
I
So if you
do,
add one more
I
texture to your wall, who cares?
Well, my little bathroom is next.
Yes. So yes. So
I just said my little bathroom is so I have a big bathroom. I did not. All right, so some things that you can do on a budget. And so are these projects, you printed this off and I haven't really
no,
looked
because
at it.
well, I got to think just things that are DIY that people can do without a massive.
What kind of skill set though?
So like painting, like
Okay.
I'm a 85% painter. So I'll do it 85%.
Does that mean 85% of paint ends up on the wall or
Well,
what?
that is true. I'm messy sometimes. So I'm really good at cutting in, but man, I don't really want to do a second coat. So if it's a little bit, yeah, whatever. So I hired people to do that now at my house because that way my wife is happy. See?
That's good.
And so
they say happy
when
wife,
they
happy
painted,
life, happy life.
my daughter picked out orange for her room, which is I don't know why. That's weird to me. We don't know. We're not like Cowboy fans or Texas fans or
Which daughter?
Ashland.
Really?
Kind of weird. So, so we painted this wall orange, and
She's
immediately
artsy.
I thought, they're gonna have to put like 3 coats on that. Good thing I'm not gonna be here, because I would quit after one. That's close enough. Hang a poster. So, so that is the trick. Painting is a cheap, really. It can be an extreme change in a room, just the color of paint you paint the wall. So that's an easy DIY. If you need tips on that, just check out Sherwin Williams. They can show you what paints to buy, brushes to buy, rollers to buy. One of the tips with paint, don't buy the cheap rollers. Buy the good ones, 3/4 inch nap. Holds on more paint. You can get it everywhere. It's great, especially on the wall. I don't like number 2. Number 2 is that foam. It talks about crown molding, adding crown molding to a room. They make foam crown molding that you just stick up there. It looks as cheap as it costs, so I'm not a fan of that.
I just don't even know. Okay, so here's the deal with crown molding. Even the easy way, you still have to cut those. You have to cut that correct angle.
45, yep.
And that looks like a challenge to me. Like, let's not make fun of my brain for a minute. Let's just pretend. It appears to me that that's a challenge for a lot of people.
Oh, don't even get me started. I got this.
Because you're a math guy.
I'm a math guy, so
You're really good spatially.
I was going to make some of
That
those
was
hanging.
spatial.
I was going to hang some of those on the wall, those crown mold shelves, and I bought a 12-foot piece. And by the time I got done, I got about an 18-inch shelf that wasn't quite square.
Okay, see?
And then Travis, my brother, walks in, and he's like, I was like, I just can't get this stupid angle right. And like with a skill saw, standard blade, nothing, he just picks up the piece of wood and cuts it.
Okay, so let's go back to that.
What?
Is this a doable project for most people or not?
I think if I watched YouTube and I have the tools they have now, like the miter boxes, which they used to have
Yes,
them
that
all
helps.
the time,
Uh-huh.
it helps a bunch. I didn't. I was trying to use a protractor, not really a protractor, but a square, like a framing square, and I couldn't make it work. So
Well, it's out of my skill level. I know that.
I can figure it out on paper, but I can't do it in real life. So not an engineer brain, I'm a math brain. So we don't have many stairs on Woodward. Dishwasher, obviously. If you don't have a dishwasher, go get one. Right?
That's not what it says. Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
It says if you have an older dishwasher
No,
that
it
it's...
says-
Yes, it does. It says
Oh,
that your
okay.
old dishwasher...
I'm going to read it. Like, if you don't have
Oh
one,
my land.
you should have one. I mean, we're in like the 21st century.
And that's not what it means.
And if
It's just
somebody wants to
talking...
come show me how to run mine.
You be quiet. It's like, whatever. Jeez. I saw one of my favorite customers last night. You know, they're all my favorites, but this one particularly makes me laugh. Because when we looked at the house, we went to the kitchen. He goes, actually, he was in the kitchen. His wife and I were in the living room. And I hear him go, this one comes with another woman. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what? And we walk in there, and he's all excited about the dishwasher.
That's crazy.
So just in case anybody's upset because they think that that's really how it went down, I messaged later and I said, I need to know if you use the dishwasher. He goes, all the time. I said, it's really not another woman, is it? Nope.
No, I did take mine apart the other day and pull
Why?
all the candy wrappers out of the dry
Oh,
thing.
why did you have candy wrappers in the dishwasher?
Karen's like, this thing ain't cleaning right. So
How
I
does
just,
that
I
happen?
just dismantled that sucker
Oh,
and pulled
that's
stuff apart.
hilarious.
And
What you're supposed to do, you're supposed to pull out that little bottom basket thing and clean it out.
it
And
was nasty.
I don't want to talk about it.
So,
So replace your dishwasher so that you don't, so that you can conserve some water, save some
Yep.
money. That's a good DIY thing.
Absolutely.
I hate to say that though, because I think I would probably just call Modern Appliance. I mean, why? I don't think that's DIY. I think that's Modern Appliance. I'm just calling it what it is.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I've changed too many dishwashers. I'm not doing another one.
Okay, let's look at this one. It says renew old flooring with paint.
So we
For
don't,
real?
We don't do much paint flooring around here. Some places do. They'll paint their wood floors
Why?
and seal wood floors. I don't know.
I don't
If you-
understand.
but in your garage, if it's peeling up, you can repaint
Oh, hey.
garage
I
floor
would
paint.
consider
So there,
that.
I mean, some of these barn houses
Do you want
have
to talk
nice.
about the snake in my garage?
Yes. Pet
You
snake.
want to? No, it's awesome. This is hilarious.
Oh, yeah,
Okay, so I watch this. I always follow this snake Facebook page. Like, it's my favorite thing in the whole world, and I'm learning a whole bunch of snakes, Oklahoma specifically. So I was out of town the other night, and my daughter FaceTimes me and says, "Mom, there's a snake in the garage. Ethan's freaked out. He has his foot on it. I'm taking my sweet time." She didn't say it exactly like that, but kind of legit. There was this little tiny baby western rat snake, cute as a button, because they have like this little thing like right by their eyes. It looks like they're wearing sunglasses. Cracked me up.
That's hilarious.
My son is like, "What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?" My daughter's like, "Pick it up." Okay, that's for free. So paint the garage floor.
I mean, again, it goes back to paint. Paint freshes anything up. So if you have something that's ugly, that's not fixable, sometimes you can just paint it. There's all kinds of varieties and styles of paint.
All right, we have to take a quick break.
Oh, yep, let's do that.
We will come right back.
Homeowners and business owners. Do you want to know how to extend the life of your home or commercial building? Call APC LLC in Woodward. APC specializes in installing high-quality 5-inch and 6-inch seamless guttering and custom commercial guttering. Whether it's a small system or a large system, APC can help. Call APC LLC at 580-571-2384. That number again is 580-571-2384 for all your seamless gutter needs.
Our home is usually our largest investment, and we insure it against damage. One unseen destructive force not covered by most insurance policies is termites, which can infest a house for years before being detected. Termites cost U.S. homeowners an estimated $5 billion annually in treatment and repairs. Using the Centricon termite bait system, JCP Services can protect your home from the threat of a termite infestation. Call 580-334-5380. Again, 580-334-5380.
Stop in to Modern Appliance on Main Street today to see powerful Maytag brand kitchen appliances available in a finish inspired by cast iron. Cast iron black is a hard-working, matte finish that is as tough as it is timeless, so you can trust it to help resist scratches while helping hide fingerprints and minor dents, and stand up to the everyday. Add an iconic look to your home with cast iron black kitchen appliances from Maytag brand. See it at Modern Appliance, 2102 Main, or online at modernappliancewoodward.com.
For 150 years, Sherwin-Williams has been an industry leader in the development of technologically advanced paint and coatings. As the nation's largest specialty retailer of paint and painting supplies, Sherwin-Williams is dedicated to supporting both your do-it-yourselfers and painting professionals with exceptional products, resources to make confident color selections, and expert personalized service that's focused on your unique project needs. Sherwin-Williams is your neighborhood paint store. Stop by and see them, 2101 Oklahoma Avenue, or call them 580-256-5861. Hey, we're back.
Okay, we're going to talk more about DIY projects. There's this one on here that we were going to talk about, and I don't even remember where it went. You have it on yours. So, refinishing old wood doors. I love old wood doors. Every single time that we go to like a 1960s house, and one yesterday, I think that was older than 60s house. Gorgeous wood door, and it has the cute little window, and usually they have like little bars, or it'll have like a pretty kind of like there were two good doors yesterday that I was excited about. One had like the yellow glass in it, and I had showed the house the day before, and this buyer, so I got to the door and I went, "Oh, I love this door. It's great." And he kind of like literally he goes, "Oh, gross." I said, "For me." All right, so talk about refinishing old wood doors.
So, I had a piece of property that we sold last week or a week or so ago, and the front door was arched on top, and it was just falling apart. I had a couple people look at it, and I was having issues on what to do with it. But the new owner, it's the first thing she did is pull the door off, had it completely rebuilt, painted it bright red, put it back on the house. It is amazing. So
that's awesome. I can't wait to see that. I'm gonna have to pay attention tomorrow.
Yeah. Next is okay. So
this is next.
I'm on 12. We're talking about paint again.
I want to talk about kitchen cabinets because I think it's a quick, easy, and relatively inexpensive way to freshen up your house. We've got a house that we looked at a couple weeks ago, and as soon as they finish the kitchen, they're just going to paint the kitchen cabinets. It's going to make a huge difference.
Well, and then the one that we did sell, they painted the cabinets, and like a week later, we sold it. Jennifer.
Yes.
Made a huge difference.
It looks amazing. And
huge difference.
And our seller won. Like, we kind of argued about colors, and she won. Man, she won. She killed it.
So paint's a big deal in the cabinets. And if you guys have tips about that, again, call Sherwin-Williams. They've got good advice.
Okay, talk about a fresh bead of bathroom
caulk.
So bathrooms. Can I just tell you that's what I always say? This just needs a bead of caulking. I say that all the time.
So I think on the bathroom,
stuff too.
We saw one today, a picture of one that was rental, not rental, that deal, whatever. Well, I have a cleaning crew now. Not me. I don't. I use a crew that cleans. I don't know what they do to bathtubs, but the last 2 or 3 people that told me that they use them, they said the bathtubs look brand new.
Wow.
So if you're battling your bathtub, like to keep the grout lines clean and keep the whatever clean, number one, I don't even know what they use. Maybe I should go ask them, but then if I knew, then I have to clean my own bathtub. So I'll give you their number, and then come out. They'll shine your shower, and then it's easier to clean it, caulk it. But sometimes you'll use the wrong caulk. Sometimes it'll accumulate mildew and soap scum and all that junk, and it's just hard to clean. It's part of the deal. You just got to clean it.
And sometimes you just literally need to peel it out and put new in. Yes. Right? Yep. I mean, that's where I am. That's next.
Yep. So painting again, the old deck. So on that, Sherwin-Williams has a paint stain product. So if your deck's too crummy or weathered to stain and seal, you can put this weather deck. You put this paint stain on. That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome.
How about, I like this one, cut costs with a programmable thermostat.
Yeah, have you done that before?
No, I'm scared to death of it. I have it in my garage and I'm terrified.
I put them in my office and I can't get them programmed. I'm so frustrated with them. So, but yeah, so they make some at my old house. We programmed them. I'm going to put some in my new house. I just haven't had time to jack
My
with
last
it.
house had it, but I'm scared to install it.
Yep, I'm actually going to have Comfort Zone come out to my house and look at my heat and air system because the zoning is a little bit weird and the airflow is weird. And so sometimes having a heat and air guy come out and check your thermostat, clean your thermostat. It'll help you on your efficiency and long term of your units. But also that programmable thermostat will save you plenty of money.
Save you some money.
So we appreciate you guys listening today. Obviously, if you have any real estate questions, give us a call, 580-334-2303.
580-216-0090.
We want to be your experts, so give us a shout. We'll help you buy, sell, trade your house.
Let's do it.
Your new favorite, Classic Hits 107.3 KLSI Moreland Woodward. Tell a friend.